Hey fellow pilots, it's Angry Turtle and today I have for you a little bit different video. It's a ground build video, the shotgunner. It's amazing shotgunner build. We are in Serpentis system, that's a high level system, so I have some enemies to demonstrate how it works, just briefly, before I will go for details what and why, what are the synergies, and which perks I do not advise as they don't seem to work very well. So let's visit those spacers in here. They are here somewhere. I can see them. Some above, some in here. You can see level 70 spacer is having some taste. I will just heal a little. Level 70 spacer can do a little bit of damage as I'm level 40. I will take that for myself. And there's some spacers shooting me in the back. It's not too bad. Nothing that this build can't handle. And I didn't boost before this combat. That's just how powerful it is. And that weapon is not a legendary. This is not a legendary weapon. This is a regular white weapon from a vendor. I was not even lucky on this playthrough to get a legendary, okay? I think that was a good demonstration by taking down this level 70 enemy. So now into the details. About the gear, it's not really important what you will have. What you will be able to have, you do. You equip the best you can. As you can see, refined Big Bang at this moment, 143 physical, 421 energy damage, which in my opinion, it's insanely good for a white weapon at level 40. I probably soon will be able to get advanced, but for now it's refined. Now about the character itself and traits that I choose for it, the background is bounty hunter with traits introvert, wanted and taskmaster. I spent a lot of time in space, so I like taskmaster. I do use crew and wanted. In my opinion, the best perk, the one thing that is hidden outside of the fact that those guys will keep following you and you can steal their ships and it's basically free stuff and more action, so I love it. But there is hidden perk. It's like Nerd Rage in Fallout. Basically, if your health drops below 20%, you are doing 20% more damage. So if I would one day want to try a bloodied build, it would be possible. I mean, cornered build, by the naming of Starfield. Introvert, it doesn't really impact the build. The fact that I have it in here, it's for my playthrough and for my background, like the feel of the character, not as much as functionality. Now, the most important part, skills. And first, don't look on everything. I do not necessarily recommend targeting. It doesn't seem to really improve my accuracy. I will test it later more. I just took it as I already have another point. Like this build is done at around level 40. I'm slightly above, so I'm adding more. The most important and physical skill is wellness. I do recommend to max it out early. You are not only more tanky, but you save on your medkits as they heal you based on your maximum health. So you'll save on medkits a lot. I do recommend to take it early and max it out. Then under social as well, I do recommend to take early scavenging as you will need to upgrade it twice. It will give you even more medkits. Don't take the last one, it's a waste. So it will give you even more medkits and commerce 1 rank because we need 4 to unlock isolation. What isolation does, I explain in details in a separate video, but basically I'm doing 40% more damage. It's multiplicative damage, so it's a good bonus. And I have 120 extra damage resistance, which is huge for someone who do not like to carry a companion. I mean, drag a companion, as companions are annoying for me, too annoying, so I play without. If you do plan to play with a companion, obviously don't take isolation. Then combat, this is the important one. I went with ballistics and shotgun certification, both of those 3 ranks. As early on in the game, I like a natural flow. You don't have a beam weapon. A particle beams appears later unless you intentionally run for it and look for it. And additionally, being able to use ballistics and particle beam weapons gives me easy time with ammo. So I do recommend that. As well, damage with ballistics is combined with damage with a shotgunner perk if you use ballistic shotgun. So they do combine. The same particle beam shotgun, those two will combine, and particle beam shotgun is what I'm using. And the last rank of that is criticals. And now we are starting on insane damage stacking that is happening if you take the right perks. You have extra criticals from that. Then, on top of that, you have marksmanship, even more criticals. And what is important in case of some of those perks, shotgun projectiles, every single one count as a separate hit. So you have really good chance that you will have multiple criticals with every shot. And to upgrade those skills, you will need to do like 200 or 300 criticals in total. So it's super easy with shotguns, it's quite hard with other weapons. On top of that, it is insane synergy with sharpshooting, as your range critical hit kills increase your critical hit chance with all range weapons by 25%, and almost every kill you do will be with a critical. And generally it increases the damage of all your critical hits. So you can see when I was shooting those big red numbers, those are my criticals. Then armor penetration. Enemy armor is decreased by 25% for 6 seconds after a critical hit. Yo, every hit with a shotgun, if you hit all the projectile, is like a guarantee to be at least one critical. So this perk works fully with shotguns. So you can do that. You have insane damage with shotguns. Then I took one rank of that, but as I said, doesn't seem to help much. It does highlight enemies, which is handy. So it's not a total waste, but it doesn't really help with accuracy with shotguns. At least I cannot feel any difference. I was even trying rank 2, but then I reloaded previous save, as I didn't feel a difference even with rank 2. That's supposed to be notably increased accuracy. I don't see it. Then we go into some other perks. I do strongly recommend to take some medicine. I should probably take it even earlier. Medicine has amazing synergy with scavenging and wellness. So this is amazing synergy. This makes you tanky and you will avoid the situation that you are out of medkits. I do recommend to take it a little bit earlier than I did, so maybe by now I would have it maxed out, but it's not essential to max it out, although it is important if you want to get and start upgrading stuff. Why I didn't took weapon engineering yet? Because getting all those damage perks, it's like 10-fold increase to your shotgun damage. Investing points into research will be like 40% more damage with my shotgun. So there is a simple choice. Damage with any shotgun first, then modifications for a shotgun for me. And lastly, under technology tree, max out piloting so you can steal those class C ships. It feels really good. It feels really good, and combat in space is easier as it's not only stealing ships, but rank 1, the most important ever, utilize ship thrusters. That's easy combat with just rank 1. I was showing this strategy in my guide video for space combat if you are interested, but just rank 1 of piloting. You can win any space combat with a cheap ship, as well as steal enemy ships, assuming the class is the same as your upgrade level of piloting. Targeting control is essential if you want to steal a ship, at least rank 1, and of course boost pack training is... Who doesn't want a boost pack, a jetpack? Everyone wants that. Further on, I will be probably upgrading the research tree, maybe a little bit of tech tree. The good perk, if you want to be even better with your shotgun, is rapid reloading. This is great, as the only moment you need to retreat from combat is when you need to reload your shotgun. but 8 shots is usually enough for 8 enemies. And I do play on very hard, so enemies will not get harder than in here. They are like that, they will be like that. So this is the build, this is the shotgunner, and the spell I'm using most often personal atmosphere for running, but if you are looking for combat perks, combat spells with good synergy, a very good option is reactive shield. You can basically use that and it's really strong protection, then you run and gun. And one more perk. The other one, if you don't have the shield, face time. Face time is amazingly good. You basically slow everyone else and only you can run and shoot. So this is super good, but personally I do prefer, if I have a choice, to run with a shield. I don't care how fast enemies run, as long as I'm not taking damage and I can run and shoot, I'm good. And as you can probably tell, in the combat I demonstrated in the beginning, I accidentally used personal atmosphere instead of the shield. That's how I was taking so much damage. That explains that. Wrong spell. Don't make this mistake yourself. And that being said, I hope you will enjoy this build if you try it. The only thing you need is this shotgun, and you can buy it at Hopetown from a weapon vendor if you don't have it yourself. Everything else is up to you. Whatever you will grab, the best armor, you use it. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.